Hello everyone, I am Andrew, founder of the YouTube channel The Art of History. I'll be uploading videos Tuesdays and Fridays. I have a special guest today. He is Ethan. The Kennedys are an American political. I'm sorry. The Kennedy family is an American political family that has long been prominent in American politics, public service, entertainment, and business. The first Kennedy elected to public office was Patrick Joseph P.J., or also known as P.J. Kennedy in 1884, 35 years after the family's arrival from Ireland. He served in the Massachusetts state legislature from 1884 to 1895. At least one Kennedy family member served in federal elective office in every year from 1947 when P.J. Kennedy's grandson, John F. Kennedy, became a member of Congress from Massachusetts, to 2011 when P.J. Kennedy's great-grandson, Patrick J. Kennedy, retired as a member of Congress from Rhode Island, a span of 64 years. The Kennedy family is an American political family of long. Wait, I'm sorry. Alright, so I want to get more in detail. So here we go with the family. Alright, at the age of 26, we're gonna start with Patrick Kennedy, who was born in Ireland. At the age of 26, Kennedy decided to leave Ireland, largely because he knew that a third-born son had virtually no hope of running his family's farm. His good friend at Cherry Grove Brewery in New Ross, Patrick Barron, who taught Kennedy the skills of coppering, had come to that conclusion months earlier and left for America. In October of 1848, Patrick Kennedy decided to follow. Patrick Kennedy arrived in Boston on April 22, 1849, having sailed from Liverpool, England on the Western Irving, a substantial package ship from the East Boston yard of Don McKay. Patrick Barron helped settle him into Boston life and organized his coppering job on Noodles Island, present-day East Boston. Not long after, Barron's cousin Bridget Murphy, lived from 1821 to 1888, who was the daughter of Philip Murphy and Mary Barron, made her way to Boston. She and Kennedy were married in the Holy Redeemer Church on September 22, 1849, by Father John Williams, who later became Boston's Roman Catholic Archbishop. Both had 5 children, but I'll mainly focus on their youngest one, Patrick Joseph P.J. Kennedy. He was born in 1858 and 20 years later married Mary Augusta Hickey. They had 4 children, though the most important was Joseph Kennedy, which I'll mainly focus on. He made a large fortune as a stock market and commodity investor and later rolled over his profits by investing in real estate and a wide range of business industries across the United States. During World War I, he was an assistant general manager of a Boston area Bethlehem Steel shipyard. Through this position, he became acquainted with Franklin D. Roosevelt, who was Assistant Secretary of the Navy. He was later appointed Ambassador of the United States to the United Kingdom by FDR. He had 9 children with her wife, Rose Fitzgerald Kennedy. But before I get to the kids, I want to get in detail about Rose. Her father, John Honey Fitzgerald, led a very good political life. He served as congressman and mayor of Boston from 1906 to 1908 and from 1910 to 1914. The eldest was Joseph Kennedy Jr. As a United States Navy lieutenant. He was killed in action during World War II while serving as a land-based patrol bomber pilot and was posthumously awarded the Navy Cross, living from 1915 to 1944. From a very young age, Kennedy was groomed by his father and predicted to be the first Roman Catholic president of the United States. He planned to run for the U.S. House from Massachusetts' 11th Congressional District in 1946. Kennedy expressed approval of Adolf Hitler before his conquest of Europe began. His father sent him to visit Nazi Germany in 1934, however, he ended up in the Allied forces for D-Day while he died in the plane when it exploded along with other crew members. John F. Kennedy was an American politician who served as the 35th President of the United States from January 1961 until his assassination in November of 1963. Kennedy served at the height of the Cold War, and the majority of his work as president concerned relations with the Soviet Union and Cuba. A Democrat, Kennedy represented Massachusetts in both houses of the U.S. Congress prior to becoming president. He had 4 children with Jacqueline Bouvier, but 2 died at or right after birth. Before I continue, I'm going to call my friend Ethan. He probably knows more. Alright, I'm going to get him on the line. Give me 1 second. Nice. Alright, Ethan, you may talk.
Hello everyone, my name is Ethan and I need help you guys, even though I apparently know about the cancer. Continuing from where Andrew left off, Robert Fulton Kennedy, who lived until November 20th, 1925 to June 6th, 1968, also referred by his initials RFK and occasionally by the nickname Bob. He was an American politician and lawyer who served the 64th United States Attorney General from January 1961 to September 1964, and a U.S. Senator from New York from January 1965 until his assassination in June 1968. He was like his brothers, John and Edward, a prominent member of the Democratic Party, and has come to be viewed by some historians as an iconic of modern American liberalism. Rosemary Kennedy, as the eldest daughter, was born to Joseph P. Kennedy, S.R., and Rose Fitzgerald Kennedy. She was a sister of President John F. Kennedy and Senators Robert F. and Ted Kennedy. In her early young years, Rosemary Kennedy experienced seizures and violent mood swings. In response to these issues, Rosemary's father arranged a professional lobotomy for Rosemary in 1941. When she was 23 years of age, the procedure left Rosemary permanently incapacitated and rendered her unable to speak. Kathleen Aegis Cavendish. No.
Marquess of Harrington.
Kennedy. They have lived until February 20th, 1920 to May 13th, 1948. Also known as Kennedy. They were an American socialite. She was the daughter of Joseph P. Kennedy, and Rose Kennedy, sister of future U.S. President John F. Kennedy and Senators Robert F. Kennedy and Edward F. Kennedy, and wife of the Marquess of Harrington. Her parent to the 10th Duke of Devonshire, when her father was serving as a United States ambassador to the United Kingdom. Kathleen made many friends in London and was the debut of 1938, working at the Red Cross. She began a romantic relationship with Lord Harrington, whom she married in May 19th, 1944. He was killed on active service in Belgium. Only 4 months later, Kathleen died in a plane crash in 1948, flying to the south of France while on vacation with her new partner, the 8th Earl Fitzwarren.
Thank you, Ethan. You will be back soon, won't you? Alright, thank you. Alright. Annalise Mary Kennedy Shriver from 1921 to 2009 was an American philanthropist and a member of the Kennedy family. She was the founder of the Special Olympics, a sports organization for persons with physical and intellectual disabilities. For her efforts on behalf of her disabled, Shriver was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 1984. She was a sister. She was one of the Kennedy siblings. She was married to Sergeant Shriver, who was the United States ambassador to France and was a Democratic nominee for Vice President of the United States in 1972. Patricia Helen Kennedy Lawford, 1924 to 2006, was an American socialite and the sixth of 9 children of Rose and Joseph Kennedy, Sr. Patricia wanted to be a film producer, a profession not reality open to young women in her time. She married English actor Peter Lawford in 1954, but they divorced in 1966. Jean Smith, from 1928 to 2020, 17 to be specific, was an American diplomat, activist, and humanitarian, an author who served as United States ambassador to Ireland from 1933 to 1988. She married in 1956 to Stephen Edward Smith. Smith and her husband were present at the Ambassador Hotel in Los Angeles on June 5, 1968, during the assassination of Robert F. Kennedy after he had won uh, after he uh, won the 1968 California Democratic primary. Just give me 1 second. I'm having technical difficulties right now at the moment. Alright. Ted Kennedy, from 1932 to 2009, was an American politician and lawyer who served as a U.S. Senator from Massachusetts for almost 47 years, from 1962 until his death in 2009. A member of the Democratic Party and the Kennedy political family, he was the second most senior member of the Senate when he died, and is the fourth longest continuously serving senator in United States history. Kennedy was the younger brother of President John F. Kennedy and U.S. Attorney General and U.S. Senator Robert F. Kennedy, and was the father of Congressman Patrick Kennedy. After attending Harvard University and received his law degree from the University of Virginia, he began his career as an assistant district attorney in Suffolk County, Massachusetts. Kennedy was 30 years old when he first entered the Senate, following in November 1962 special election in Massachusetts to fill the vacancy previously held by his brother John, who had taken office as president. He was elected to a full 6-year term in 1964 and was later re-elected 7 more times. The Chappaquiddick, no, Chappaquiddick, okay, whatever, you get what I mean. I'm sorry. An incident in 1969 resulted in the death of his automobile passenger, Mary Jo Kopeching. He pleaded guilty to a charge of leaving the scene of an accident and later received a 2-month suspended sentence. That is all of the 9 Kennedy children, folks. However, the 9 Kennedy children, what I know, they had kids. Most of them have kids, or no, I can't remember. I'm sorry. However, I will include that in a separate video soon. So there you have it. If you want to learn more about the Kennedys, the channel UsefulCharts has a video. I will put the link in the description. Thanks, Ethan. Too. Ethan, are you there? Okay, so you can see here that the Kennedy children and all of that. So thank you for watching and hope to see you soon. Thank you.